Okay, he's Mega here, and so we're gonna do the BAC4000 install. Okay, so this is not gonna be kind of like an in-depth install. I've already taken this controller out. I've taken this controller out like 3 times already, so I think it should be a piece of cake. I think the BAC4000 mounts like perfectly on there, like without having to make a bracket. I'm not 100%. We'll see. Okay. Anyway, this is the area that we're concerned about. So the first thing we got to do is we should probably take the battery out. So let's go take the battery out. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect the 200 amp breaker right here by pressing this button. Okay, so there should be no power on the bike. Just to be sure, I'm going to turn the bike on, and then the light should go on and then come off real quick. Watch. Okay, so now there's no more power on the bike. Okay, I'm going to go open the battery lid. Okay, then I'll take this USB stuff out too. Okay, go ahead and disconnect the battery. It's always hard to disconnect this battery, man. Okay. I don't have to worry about disconnecting the main breaker because we just took the one off the battery. Okay. I'm gonna go move the strap up, pull it out. Okay. Alright, battery is out. Put that somewhere safe. Whew. All right. Okay, fortunately we won't have to get, hopefully we won't have to get anywhere in here though. I took it out just, a safety thing, Probably shouldn't have the battery connected while we're doing something like this, okay? Alright, so now we're going to go unmount the controller. So this video is kind of just more for entertainment purposes only. Okay, so I think let's disconnect the main, the bottom brackets. So this is ASI Mega custom BAC2000 bracket right here, okay? Zoom in on it. And we'll try to do some comparison. I don't know if we're going to get the BAC4000 installed today, but we're going to take the 2000 out, and then we're going to compare the 2000 to the 3000 briefly, and then that'll be it, Just exterior differences, okay? Okay, so here's the ASI Mega BAC2000 bracket mounting system here. Oh, it's not even hooked up. Oh wait, no, it is. I was like, this is the little tab for the whole thing in there. It's not. I didn't connect it, so. Okay, so I think what we're gonna want to do is disconnect. Let's just disconnect this right here. Or we can just unscrew this. Let's just unscrew it. We'll take this bracket out. I don't think we're going to need this bracket right here, okay? But yeah, those are the brackets that ASI Mega made when he's mounting the BAC2000, because there's nothing connecting the bottom of it. It just kind of hanging there, so I wanted something with more support. It's another hot day where I live. Summertime. Well, good time to be working on the bike, I guess, in the garage. Okay, I took this screw out right here. I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. Okay, so the bottom of the bracket is loose now. Okay, so we're going to go unhook the, unbolt the top of the controller. I found the 4mm. Remember correctly, I tucked this up in pretty tight. Okay. trying to keep from dropping it. Okay, free. So the next thing to do is to remove the wire lugs. What I like to use are these guys right here. One of them fits. I think it's an 8 or a 10. Yeah, I don't remember. He's making his memories bad. He's getting old. Okay, so I'm gonna go pull this bad boy out. I'm gonna disconnect the harness connectors right here. And here, oh, they're pretty dirty. I should probably dust them. Okay. And then I'm going to want to disconnect all these wires here. So everything is all nicely color coded, so you don't have to worry about it. I think it's an 8. Okay, got a ratchet here. Let's disconnect these. Do the blue wire first. There is an actual torque spec for these, by the way. I think I was kind of browsing ASI's website, and they had somebody had a picture of one in it. There's an actual sticker on it that says, "Hey, you should go to torque these to this specification." So. But there are what is it? Locking washers on it too to keep it from backing up. It looks like none of these are loose, so that's good. My suggestion is take the battery ones out first. The battery ones are the ones that are the hardest to get in there. Okay, it's free. That's it. So that was the uninstallation of the BAC2000 controller. There it is. Okay, so we'll go compare the two right now. Just like this, okay? Okay, here's Meg here, and I've got both controllers side by side. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to clean up the controller. Yeah, I'm going to clean up the BAC controller a little bit. I'm just going to dust it off a little bit, okay? So I'm going to go move that to my little stool right here. Okay. Put the air gun and shoot some of the dust off. It's pretty dusty. Okay, so before it gets too dark, let's go put these brackets on the BAC4000, okay, and then we will do the comparison after that. So the funny thing is, like, I got these bolts here from Alan when I bought the BAC2000. He gave me some extra bolts, and I never used them. You know, I just had them lying around, and I just found them right now. So we're gonna use them to install the new brackets, okay? I don't know. He must have somehow. He must have just thought, like, hey, Merlin's gonna upgrade his controller sometime, and he's gonna need extra bolts to put these brackets on. So that's what I'm gonna say. All right. So I'm pretty much gonna install it. Yeah. So it's a 2.5 millimeter. You need to put these on. I'm just gonna put them on dry too. One interesting thing is that they do rust. So if you take a look at this, they're starting to rust. Okay, but I have a secret. I have a rust converter stuff that I can put on that would make it black again. So it's pretty cool. I think that'll work. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and install these brackets onto it. So there you go. This is what it looks like. It's so clean right now. I want to document this. Look at how clean this puppy is. It says Accelerated Systems Inc. on it. Okay. Okay, there's the heatsink. There's the top side. I know you guys saw this in the last video, but I just want to take a look at it one last time before it gets dirty, because it's gonna get really dirty. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have to take these screws out that hold the heatsink on. Okay, so we'll take those out. I don't believe. That's interesting. I wonder what kind of screws are supposed to go in here, because these look like they're too big. The holes in it, the holes look like they're way too big. Okay, we'll see. We'll just have to try. Okay. Okay, so let's start by installing the bottom bracket first. That's the easiest one. So, there it is. Just gonna take these screws out because this is where we need to mount it. Pretty tight too. I don't think we'll be using these. I'm not sure. I think these are the ones that come stock with it, I guess. Okay. We're going to go swap it with these ones. There's a new bracket, I believe. So it's supposed to go on the bike like this, right? So, well, and I don't think you can install it wrong. That's the only way you can do it, like right here. It's kind of cool. It kind of has like a pattern to it, like looks like a zebra pattern or something. Okay. Just gonna put this down on here like this. Line up the holes. These holes look like they're drilled right. They don't look like they're too big. That's interesting. These screws are much longer than the ones that are on here already, by the way. Okay. So that just gives you an idea how much longer that is. That's what the ones that were used on the other one, so I'm assuming it should be fine to use them. Okay, looks like the holes are too small too. I'm going to install the center one first. So like I mentioned, this video is kind of more for entertainment purposes. Let's see what I got to do to get this puppy installed. Probably just want to install it loosely first. I bet at some point it's going to get hard to turn in because it's threaded onto the heatsink. That's the way this mounts. Hopefully all these little holes line up. It looks like they do. I kind of just speed up this video. What I could do is I could drill the hole out a little bit so it just goes straight through, but I'm just kind of just threading everything in there at the same time. Okay. I kind of like the black screws better. These rust though is the problem. So, like I said, I have a rust kind of spray for them though, so or rust paint for it. Okay, there it is. On there. Very nice. It's kind of got a weird kind of zebra pattern here, or tiger stripe sort of. Mounts very nicely. Okay. So you can see those screws are just the right size. So I don't know why Alan didn't give me the. Now I have these as spare screws. So okay. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take these ones out now. Put the other bracket on. The other one, the holes look kind of funky though, so I'm not really sure about that one. Hopefully it fits fine. If not, we'll have to use the aluminum one. So the other one is fancy though. It's got the name, the electric RT name on it. So okay. Okay, so it's got to be installed like this. There's a little hump here, so the connectors you can plug the connectors in right. Okay. The one I built is a little bit different for it. I have to actually grind the controller. So okay, these bolts fit much more snug, much more loose. I mean, These are much more loose than the other ones, so I don't know what the deal with it is, but here we go. Put the center one in first. The other ones I had to actually screw it into the bracket first. Looks like it works, I guess. Okay. It's very loose though, you can kind of move it around and stuff. Unlike the other one's like perfect. Okay. It's probably so loose I can turn it in my hand. Third one. Just put them in loosely for now. Okay, so you can see there's a lot of play. A lot of left and right play. I don't know if that's normal or not. The other one, my other bracket is not like that. So. I might need to put a washer on this, man. Yeah, I know. I kind of feel like I need to put a washer. Okay, I'm just kind of letting it go do its own thing. This is the important one, man. This is the one that connects to the actual bike, you know, on the top. Okay, there we go. It's on there. So there you go. That is the BAC4000 controller with the new Electric Race Technologies brackets on there. Looks good. We'll see how they hold up to the punishment Hades Omega is going to put this controller through. Because I broke the other one, by the way. Actually, we can go compare. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Let's compare the old brackets to the new brackets. Okay, here we go. So before I installed it, I should have I should have compared them already, you know. Okay, but here it is. So here's this is the old bracket versus the new bracket. So you can see it's actually printed a little differently. Instead of going left and right horizontally, it kind of goes up diagonally like this, and then there's another kind of pattern that goes around it. So hopefully that makes it stronger. Okay, I hope it does. Also, you can see this part here is circular, the way it's been printed. Okay, so the printer's probably going like doing this number and then this number and then like going around and like doing this. Okay, this one just prints it, you know, it was printed this way. I think it was actually printed like this, okay, whereas this one is probably printed flat like that. Okay, hopefully it's stronger. You can see where this one is failing right here. Okay, it's failed right here. That's why I don't use this. So it's a crack right here, and I think it looks like it's starting to fail like around here. So there's a little crack right here too. This material is starting to come apart is what's going on here. Okay, how much? Oh yeah, look at that. See, there's a crack right here. This whole part right here, it's a crack, and it looks like more cracks are starting to form. Okay, this part is really strong. Okay, see, this part is more kind of like this part right here. So it's kind of printed in a different direction is what I'm going to say. Hades Omega is not a 3D printer expert, okay, by any means. So there's the tops right there. So this one does say Electric RT on top. That's pretty nice. And you know how I said it's a higher resolution printing? It does look like, it looks like the kind of lines here that they used for printing are closer to each other compared to this. See how wide this is? Yeah. So it does look like it's stronger. We'll find out. Can it hold itself up like that? Yeah, it looks like it. Better. Okay, they're not loose or anything. Okay, that's the old bracket compared to the new bracket, and we can compare the aluminum bracket, the bracket Hades Omega made, to the new ERT bracket. Okay, so that's Hades Omega's handiwork right there. Okay, I kind of like the aluminum one better. It kind of fits better with the heatsink, you know. Okay. The spacing. Okay, this one is designed to go all the way. This one, I designed this one so it would shove the controller as far into the cavity as possible. This one is not. That's what I want to say. Yeah, so you can see this one is centered. This one is not centered, it's offset. So I did that so we can push the controller farther into the cavity and squish the wires in there so we can fit this heatsink on here, okay? Alright. So that's it. It's pretty much ready to go on right now. This is how we're going to install it right here, okay? No heatsink. We're going to run it without the heatsink first. Alan told me that I won't need a heatsink with this, so we'll find out. We'll find out. Yeah. But it looks like my heatsink will fit on this nicely. We might have to grind. Yeah, we might have to grind this right here. Okay. This is sticking out a little bit. That, or we can just slot it a little bit and move it down. Okay, so there is some holes here to mount the screws on there. Hopefully the screws fit in there. You can fit like a pretty big screw in there actually. Okay, so it looks good. I like it. Okay, so it's gonna mount like this. Okay, so this is the bike right here. It's gonna go like that. Okay, plugs go into here, and then the motor and battery leads go right here. Okay, pretty sweet. All right. So let's start the comparison. Okay, so I want to point out these are the fasteners that came with it. I'm probably just going to put them in a little baggie and put it in my ERT parts box. Okay, parts, plenty of ERT parts now, man. Okay.